Loser semis, let's get it.
Let's get it. Type vibes.
Type vibes is good.
Vibes. It is good, dude. I'm a visionary. Kind of like how Scott Cawthon was a visionary when he created Freddy Fazbear. Really makes you think.
That's true.
Yeah.
Folks, tell me what you think here.
I think, so last week you weren't here, right?
Yes.
And I'll tell you, there was no stream. I'll tell you what happened, right?
What happened?
In winners, right, Hunter played terribly and got absolutely owned, and it was really terrible, right?
Okay.
Then losers came around, right? He played the worst I've ever seen the first 2 games, got really upset about it, then like 3-stock Landon, and then like 2-stock Landon, right?
Okay.
And then they just had a genuine game 5 that he ended up losing. But like, and Hunter was talking to me earlier today where he said that like, if he can get into that like, you know, like focus like Zen state, he knows he can win. It's just like, can he lock in, right?
Yeah,
that's what he said, right? It's just, Hunter's like, if I can lock in, I win. If I don't, I don't, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's possible, right? Because, I mean, once again, right, if Hunter gets mad enough, he might just, you know, 3-stock you by edge guarding you at 23 times, right?
Yeah,
like,
sometimes you just get so mad you explode, and that's fair.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, I imagine Hunter is probably really looking to clean his play up here. And this is probably a much more comfortable player matchup for him than Vecca.
Yeah, I know he's feeling good, too, after his Gus win, right?
Yeah.
That was a big upset that happened, what, 2 weeks ago?
It was a big upset for Hunter to beat Gus today, it's true.
Yeah, that was a big upset,
yeah. So, but, yeah, Hunter finally taking down Gus, and Gus in that dastardly elephant.
Yeah.
Gus hitting one of the funniest lines I've heard in a long time after the game, too. Ooh! I love Gus. He's so funny.
He's so funny, man.
But anyway, this game looking pretty even.
Yeah, it was even percents, even stocks. It started to kind of slip away from Hunter, but Landon not going to be able to pick anything up at ledge, right? I feel like Hunter is so good at just like, when you're at ledge, you can't get him, right? You know, like, because Maypul can go so far off stage, and she's just like, okay, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of one of the things that when Hunter started doing that, in this matchup, it made it a lot harder for Landon in specific, right? Because, you know, like not even just the edge guards, but just like the amount of flexibility Hunter's able to have off stage now.
Yeah.
It's just so tricky to deal with, I feel like, but.
Okay. Yep. Dash attack gonna get grabbed. We're back on ledge.
Yep.
Ooh,
Terrence has been placed.
Terrence.
That's the big angry bird.
Yeah. I feel like I've never seen like Hunter drop shield and just get hit by F smash, but yes, it happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
Well, this game's slowly kind of starting to, you know, slip through Hunter's fingers, right? It was even just, you know, like a minute ago.
Yeah, it's true.
Now it's, you know, last stock, that's going to even it right back up.
That is going to even it up. And folks.
Yeah. So it takes 20% in just a crazy edge guard, which Hunter hits, you know. It's not crazy. It's practiced, right? Like, it's practiced insanity.
Yep.
That F smash is also insane, though, and that's going to do it for
Landon
game 1.
Going to take game number 1 here.
Yep.
It's crazy this is for 4th.
I know, dude. This is like a guy who only does edge guard training and then like number like 15 on like the worldwide ranked leaderboards for 4th, which I find very funny.
That's a really
Natalie's just like some player in Diamond. Like,
that's a really like strange way to describe those two, but I guess I get it. Anyway,
it's objectively true. Like Vecca and Landon are both like top 10 on the ranked leaderboard, and Hunter does not play online. He only does edge guard training against Clairen. That's why he's so good at it.
Doesn't he play with Francois?
Sometimes, but not like that frequently.
Oh, he doesn't play ranked?
No, he doesn't play ranked at all. Or even just like friendlies online, like casual.
He won't play with you?
No, because his internet's like the worst you've ever seen. It's dog shit, dude.
So he has beautiful internet.
Yeah, it's very beautiful. He occasionally plays with Ryan Francois, and like that, it just edge guard trading. It's really funny.
Yeah, so
and this guy won a D tier off of that, so like, hey, you know. That's true. Our tournament in March was a D tier.
It was.
It was.
It was actually a C tier. Oh, Rivals might have been a D tier.
Rivals was a D tier.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a good tournament, though.
It was a 30-person D tier, which should tell you how stacked it was. Because it was. Rivals had 30 people and was a D tier, man. That's crazy.
Well, you know, we had Juno, Hunter, Landon, all the Wisconsin setters, Vecca.
Anakin Skinwalker, right? We had that Locks from Chicago. So, no, it was very stacked, yeah.
Cheat made his first appearance there.
Yeah, Cheat made his first. That was so funny, man.
He's fire. I love that guy. He's cool.
He's awesome, yeah. Almost made it back today, but something came up, sadly.
Yeah, he was here last week, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Glad to see him coming out a little bit more now that the summer's happening.
It's hype. We're back on. I noticed we always seem to go whenever Hunter loses. He always goes, this plays game 2. So I'm curious why Landon's never banned it. Like, what 2 stages does Landon ban that we always end up here, you know? Like, I'm kind of curious.
It's a great question. I'm not sure.
Because we've never not gone
I guess
gone
Landon
here
just
when,
like doesn't care.
I guess he probably doesn't. Yeah. For being honest, Landon's like, whatever, who cares? Type who cares. Okay, good one. Stocks did get evened up while we were talking.
Yep.
That's going to be something Hunter mentioned, right? Is Landon really likes going for down smash, and if it doesn't work, Landon still really likes going for down smash until it hits, right?
True.
I mean, it's just not something Landon stops going for. So that is an adaptation where, you know, Hunter does, like, the big, like, special get-up just to avoid it, because he's like, well, Landon, if I'm a betting man, Landon's going for down smash.
I feel like that's kind of just true, yeah. That's maybe Landon's favorite move.
No, it definitely is. Which, to be fair, it's really funny. Like, that's an anti-air. You ever think about that?
It's a strong move.
It's really funny.
It does a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of different things that maybe it shouldn't do. But
Definitely.
it's kind of a beautiful move.
No, it's really cool. It's curious. You know, it's curious and beautiful. You know, what isn't life but those things?
You know, that's really philosophical, I think,
it really
for Run the Rivals. I think that's maybe too philosophical for Run the Rivals.
Maybe a little bit.
Post in the chat if you think that's too philosophical for Run the Rivals.
We're not going to read it, but, like,
we're not
still
gonna read
post
it,
in the
but
chat.
type in the chat.
This ledge play, not very philosophical either. Just whiffing some F smashes.
Yeah, type 1 if you could do better.
Yeah.
No, I hope nobody types 1.
I hope Sean does.
Sean would. He's a bum.
Okay, with that being said, almost an opening there, right? All it takes, right?
Yeah.
One grab, you get like 30 off of it in a tech chase, and then throw him off stage, you're dead. So.
Yeah. Oh, that side B hitting
right
is
into
big.
that.
Just barely too high for the up air. And if Hunter can find like a meaty fair or something for an opening here, like it could get scary.
See, like, Landon keeps going for down smash, right?
Oh,
that's the Landon, literally.
Crossed him up.
That whiff is really big. I mean, obviously, you know, Hunter gets to live more. That's a bad thing if you're Landon. Unless you get hit by that DI, then it's not that bad.
Hunter gets to live more. That is true.
Yeah. All right. Wisely has ads on Twitch. That's so funny. See,
yeah, of course he does. He makes money off it.
See, that's why we got to do this on your Twitch stream. We never get ads. We can say like 50 swear words.
Yes,
you
we
get
do.
ads on your Twitch?
Yes.
That's I thought you didn't because you were too poor.
What do you mean?
We're gonna start using the Sanam Twitch. That's what we're gonna do. Sanam, dude, Sanam Kabede does not get ads. Okay, we're gonna start using his Twitch account. It's on my computer over there.
You have S's Twitch logged in on your computer?
Yeah, because at Lug he wanted to do a stream and I brought my setup, so I was like, sure, man. Since we have enough because we had enough rival setups, right? So I was like, sure, man, you can do an ultimate stream on my PC.
That's really something.
Yeah, now we have the Sanam Kabede account logged into my like whatever the fuck.
Wow. Yeah. So you have S shots on your computer.
S shots on my computer. Yeah, that really makes you think.
That's really crazy.
Yeah. What's also crazy, this little combo coming out from Landon here.
Yeah, and Hunter also finding him. Yeah, Hunter finding himself up a stock. I really feel like this is the type of thing maybe we were talking about. Like from last week where it's like, yeah, I lost the first 2 games, but now I'm just like, well, I don't know. I gotta, like...
Well, Landon's lived past 60 this stock, so he's not that mad. That's the most I can say.
I think the hard thing is, like, there are some people where they're the best at activating, like, the super zen flow state when their back is against the wall, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of hard, like, to live with, because it means that to be at your best, you always have to be in like super high pressure situations.
Yeah.
But if Hunter's that kind of person, this is the exact kind of scenario where you're like, this is what you want, right? And given what you told me last week, maybe that's true.
Yeah. I'm saying Hunter. Yeah, Hunter does it sometimes. Okay.
Oh, Landon covered that nicely. Now covering
a little bit. All of a sudden, Landon is up a stock.
Yeah, you know the vibes here.
You know the vibes. Let's get it. Type
Yep.
beat, type shit, type deal, type swag.
Type Dravis.
Yeah. Let's get it. Type Dravis is good, man.
Yeah.
Well, he got too mad today.
Yeah.
Went for it.